Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Blazing Saddles, and this movie is directed by Mel Brooks, and it came out in 1974, and I thought this movie was decent, alright-ish. I wasn't in love with it like some Mel Brooks movies. I love Young Frankenstein, and I enjoyed some other stuff that he's directed, but overall I'm not huge on his movies. Generally speaking, they're just movies that are like, yeah, that was decent, I enjoyed it, but I'm probably never going to rewatch it. And this is a movie that I can see myself revisiting. However, I just don't feel much urge to do so. Mostly because of those first 30 minutes, I just was kind of left wondering, where's this going? I don't really care what's going on in the plot or what is being set up. And I was kind of just checked out for a while. But the movie did get better for me once Gene Wilder came on screen because he was a lot of fun to watch, and more of him would have been a welcome addition, and this movie knows what it is. It's very goofy and silly, even if not all of the humor worked for me. And I do feel as though this movie is kind of taking itself seriously at times, even though some would argue no, but I honestly just didn't really feel much emotion during this movie, which is not really a good thing, especially in a comedy where you're supposed to be laughing, or at least a traditional comedy. And one thing that worked about Young Frankenstein for me is that I was more or less into what it was parodying, more probably because I just watched the original Frankenstein directly before watching Young Frankenstein. Whereas this, I'm not really sure what it's parodying specifically, if it's just typical Westerns or a specific movie, but that's what it kind of felt like to me, is that either you're with it or you're not. And I do feel as though one thing that might benefit your experience is if you're already a fan of Westerns and you just want to see those tropes be made fun of, then sure, this movie will work for you. But for me personally, I just didn't really take away much other than like some funny visual gags, and the performances are good. I can say that much about it. And I do like the tone of the movie, but aside from that, I just was waiting for it to get good, and it did kind of win me over once we got to the third act. That's where things got crazy, and it was really fun to watch, but getting there is a bit of a chore for me. I really did not care for the musical numbers in this movie. They were honestly just putting me to sleep. To put a long story short, I just couldn't care less, and I also didn't really care for the way this movie was shot. There just wasn't anything visually interesting for me other than the visual gags. Like, if we're talking about framing and cinematography, like, I can't really remember any shots in this movie in terms of how they were framed or like, oh, that looked really nice or anything like that. Like, visually speaking, other than the gags, there just was nothing for me. And overall, I would say this is a film that I guess I could rewatch someday with people, but I honestly can't see myself rewatching it alone because I feel like I got everything that there is to get out of it upon a viewing in which I see it by myself, basically. Whereas if you were to watch it in a crowd, I guess it would be a bit more entertaining. And that's about all I have to say about Blazing Saddles. It was alright. It's a movie that I didn't regret watching. It's definitely better than the National Treasure movies, I can say that much. But overall, I just didn't get much out of it that I already got out of Young Frankenstein, which came out the same year. So check this movie out. I do think it's worth watching. I just don't love it as a whole. I still like it, but I do have my own criticisms with it. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Blazing Saddles a 5 out of 10. And this is one of those 5 out of 10 movies that I do like, because there are movies that I rate 5 out of 10 that I like, and there are others that I don't enjoy that much. So this is just one of those. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Blazing Saddles, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Napoleon Dynamite. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, Thank you for watching and have a great day.